So good evening everyone and welcome back to our nighttime readings. Here is Yaśodā. So tonight we will going to continue reading Krsna Book by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So actually tonight we will just going to continue reading the chapter 8 entitled Vision of the Universal Form. Now I'm in the middle, so hopefully we can finish this chapter tonight. So if you have the copy of Krsna Book or if you have the book, just grab it out and open it in chapter 8 so that you can join me reading this wonderful pastime of Krishna. So without further ado, let's go and just get it started. But before that, of course, we will going to chant the invocation mantra. So let's go and read and finish the chapter 8 tonight. Okay, so we end in reading when Krishna and Balaram began to walk, other friends of the same age joined them, and together they give the highest transcendental pleasure to the gopis, especially to Mother Yaśodā and Rohini. So that is the sentence we end up in a previous video. So now we're in all the gopis' friends. So okay, so I hope you got it. Let's kind of read it. All the gopi friends of Yaśodā and Rohini enjoyed the naughty childish activities of Krishna and Balaram in Vṛndāvana. In order to enjoy further transcendental bliss, they all assembled and went to Mother Yaśodā to lodge complaints against the restless boys. When Krishna was sitting before Mother Yaśodā, all the elder gopis began to lodge complaints against him so that Krishna could hear. They said, "Dear Yaśodā, why don't you restrict your naughty Krishna? He comes to our houses along with Balaram every morning and evening, and before the milking of the cows, they let loose the cows, and the calves drink all the milk of the cows. So when we go to milk the cows, we find no milk, and we have to return with empty pots. If we warn Krishna and Balaram about doing this, they simply smile so charmingly that we cannot do anything. Also, your Krishna and Balaram find great pleasure in stealing our stock of yogurt and butter from whatever we keep it. When Krishna and Balaram are caught stealing the yogurt and butter, they say, 'Why do you charge us with stealing? Do you think that butter and yogurt are in scarcity in our house?' Sometimes they steal butter, yogurt, and milk and distribute them to the monkeys. When the monkeys are well fed and do not take any more, then your boys chide. This milk and butter and yogurt are useless. Even the monkeys won't take it. And they break the pots and throw them hither and thither. If we keep our stock of yogurt, butter, and milk in a solitary dark place, your Krishna and Balaram find it in the darkness by the glaring effulgence of the ornaments and jewels on their bodies. If by chance they cannot find the hidden butter and yogurt, they go to our little babies and pinch their bodies so that they cry, and then they go away. If out of fear of this naughty voice, we keep our stock of butter and yogurt high on the ceiling, hanging on a swing, although it is beyond their reach, they arrange to reach it by filing all kinds of wooden planks over the grinding machine. And if they cannot reach, they make a hole in the pot. We think, therefore, that you'd better take all the jeweled ornaments from the bodies of your children." On hearing this, Yaśodā would say, "All right, I will take all jewels from Krishna so that he cannot see the butter hidden in the darkness." Then the gopis would say, No, don't do this. What good will you do by taking away the jewels? We do not know what kind of boys these are. But even without ornaments, they spread some kind of effulgence so that even in darkness, they can see everything. Then Mother Yaśodā would inform them. All right, keep your butter and yogurt carefully so that they may not reach it. In reply to this, the gopis said, yes, actually we do so. But because we are sometimes engaged in our household duties, this naughty boys enter our house somehow or other and spoil everything. Sometimes being unable to steal our butter and yogurt, out of anger they pass urine on the clean floor and sometimes spit on it. Now just see how your boy is hearing these complaints. All day he simply makes arrangements to steal our butter and yogurt, and now he is sitting just like a very silent good boy. Just see his face. When Mother Yaśodā thought to chastise her boy after hearing all the complaints, she saw his pitiable face and smiling. She did not chastise him. Another day, when Kṛṣṇa and Balaram were playing with their friends, all the boys joined Balaram and complained to Mother Yaśodā that Kṛṣṇa had eaten clay. On hearing this, Mother Yaśodā caught hold of Kṛṣṇa's hand and said, my dear Kṛṣṇa, why have you eaten earth in a solitary place? Just see, all your friends, including Balaram, are complaining about you. Being afraid of his mother, Kṛṣṇa replied, my dear mother, all these boys, including my elder brother Balaram, are speaking lies against me. I have never eaten any clay. My elder brother Balaram, while playing with me today, became angry, and therefore he has joined with the other boys to complain against me. They have all combined together to complain, so you will be angry and chastise me. If you think they are truthful, then you can look within my mouth to see whether I have eaten clay or not. His mother replied, all right, if you have actually not eaten any clay, then just open your mouth, I shall see. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead Kṛṣṇa was so ordered by his mother, he immediately opened his mouth just like an ordinary boy. Then Mother Yaśodā saw within his mouth the complete opulence of creation. She saw the entire outer space in all directions, mountains, islands, oceans, seas, planets, air, fire, moon and stars. Along with the moon and the stars, she also saw all the elements, water, sky, and the extensive ethereal existence, along with the total ego and its products, namely the senses, the controllers of the senses, all the demigods and the objects of the senses, like sound and smell. Within his mouth, she also saw the three qualities of material nature, or living entities, eternal time, material nature, spiritual nature, activity, consciousness, and different forms of the whole creation. Yaśodā could find within the mouth of her child everything necessary for cosmic manifestation. She also saw within his mouth herself taking Kṛṣṇa on her lap and having him suck her breasts. Upon seeing all this, she became struck with awe and began to wonder whether she were dreaming or actually seeing something extraordinary. She concluded that she was either dreaming or seeing the play of the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She thought that she had become mad, mentally deranged, to see all those wonderful things. Then she thought, it may be cosmic mystic power attained by my child, and therefore I am perplexed by such visions within his mouth. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond the expression of consciousness, mind, work, and philosophical speculation, and whose different energies produce everything manifested and unmanifested. Under his energy, bodily self and bodily are conceived. She then said, "Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, under whose illusory energy I am thinking that Nanda Mahārāja is my husband, and Kṛṣṇa is my son, that all the properties of Nanda Mahārāja belong to me, and that all the cohort men and women are my subjects. All this misconception is due to the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord. So let me pray to him that he may protect me always." While Mother Yaśodā was thinking in this high philosophical way, Lord Kṛṣṇa again expanded his internal energy just to bewilder her with maternal affection. Immediately Mother Yaśodā forgot all philosophical speculation and accepted Kṛṣṇa as her own child. She took him on her lap and became overwhelmed with maternal affection. She thus began to think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is understood through the process of cultivating knowledge derived from the Upanishads and the Vedanta Sutra, practicing mystic yoga and studying Sankhya philosophy as her own begotten child. Certainly, Mother Yaśodā had excused many pious activities, as a result of which she got the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as her son who sucked milk from her breast. Similarly, Nanda Mahārāja also must have performed many great sacrifices and pious activities for Lord Kṛṣṇa to become his son and address him as father. But it is surprising that Vasudeva and Devaki did not enjoy the transcendental bliss of Kṛṣṇa's childhood pastimes, although Kṛṣṇa was their real son. The childhood pastimes of Kṛṣṇa are glorified even today by many sages and saintly persons, but Vasudeva and Devaki could not enjoy such childhood pastimes personally. The reason for this was explained by Shukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Pariksit as follows. When the best of the Vasus, named Droṇa, and his wife Dharā were ordered to increase progeny by Lord Brahmā, they said unto him, "Dear Father, we are seeking your benediction. When we take birth again within the universe, may the Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa, in his most attractive feature of childhood, absorb our whole attention. May our dealings with him be so powerful that simply by hearing of these childhood activities of his, anyone will very easily cross over the nescience of birth and death." Lord Brahmā agreed to give them the benediction, and as a result, the same Droṇa appeared as Nanda Mahārāja in Vṛndāvana, and the same Dharā appeared as Mother Yaśodā, the wife of Nanda Mahārāja. In this way, Nanda Mahārāja and his wife, Mother Yaśodā, developed their unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, having gotten him as their son. And all the gopis and cohort men who were associates of Kṛṣṇa naturally developed their own different feelings of love for Kṛṣṇa. Therefore, just to fulfill the benediction of Lord Brahmā, Lord Kṛṣṇa appeared along with his plenary expansion, Balaram, and performed all kinds of childhood pastimes in order to increase the transcendental pleasure of all the residents of Vṛndāvana. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 8th chapter of Kṛṣṇa, Vision of the Universal Form. So we finished chapter 8. Thank you very much. I will not going to take your time, and see you soon in chapter 9 so that we can relish more the wonderful pastime of Kṛṣṇa in Vṛndāvana. So, okay, that's it for now. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Krsna Book ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Radha Madhava ki jai, Shri Gaura Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Be safe, everyone.